Welcome. I'm Joanna Wolf, and I'm Director of the Global Communication Center and a researcher on teamwork. I've been working with Doctors Martha Hardy and Marcia Lovett, along with your mechanical engineering instructors, to develop a 4-year collaboration curriculum for mechanical engineering students. You will be in the first cohort to go through this curriculum. So, why are we doing this? Recent studies from a variety of sources rate teamwork as an essential skill. It's one of the top 2 skills employers look for in college graduates. But these employers also feel that college graduates are underprepared in this area. My own research sheds additional light on this problem. My colleagues and I surveyed students at 3 different universities, including CMU, and we found that over 85% of students experienced a team problem in the last year. The most common problem we found was slacker teammates. This is when team members feel that one of their teammates is not doing their fair share of work. However, when we interviewed students, we found that students had often not taken the most simple steps to prevent these team problems because these students had not been coached in the basics of managing team projects. Teamwork does not happen by magic. Teamwork happens because people implement good team processes, and that's why we're working to develop a teamwork curriculum. And the first lesson we are teaching you is how to lay a good foundation for a team with a team charter. If you have not already done so, please download the team charter template on Canvas and pause this video while you take a moment to skim through the document. The purpose of a team charter is for teams to establish norms and guidelines at the very beginning of the project that will prevent problems later on down the road. We would like you to prepare for your first team meeting by taking notes on what content you think should go in each of the sections of the team charter. Then, in the first team meeting, you and your team will complete the charter together and sign it to show that you agree to these guidelines. I'm now going to talk through what should go in the charter. Scroll down to the sample team charter at the bottom of the document. The first section of this charter discusses the individuals on the team. The information on strengths and styles should come from the exercises that you have done as part of Collaborative U. The goals for each individual are an opportunity for team members to honestly say up front what they would like to accomplish with the project. If there's a skill set you would like to learn or strengthen, go ahead and state it here. Alternatively, if you are not invested in the project, you can let your teammates know up front. You can ask to be assigned less work on the project, and all team members can let the instructor know when they submit the final project that this was the group's agreement, that one person would do less work and, as an exchange, get less credit. Students do take this option if it is offered to them non-judgmentally. Individuals can have a health or family crisis, or as they near their final semesters of college, may decide that grades are less important than just graduating. In general, it is far better to know at the beginning of the project if one of your teammates is less invested than to find out about it when something you are depending on does not get done. Finally, indicate any obstacles that might interfere with the project. This is a good place to record any days you may need to miss or weeks when you maybe are overloaded with other commitments. Next, use the team norms section to discuss what the team values and what behaviors illustrate or implement these values. For instance, the team in the sample charter values respect for each other and expects team members to illustrate this respect by being on time and by listening to each other. In the communication norms section, explain what communication channels the team should use, whether it be Slack, Messenger, text message, or email, and decide together what is a reasonable time to wait to expect a response. Having this discussion about reasonable response times can eliminate a lot of stress. Finally, in this section, also agree where the team will store files. Other areas that you should address in the first meeting include showing up for meetings and showing up on time, late work, poor quality or incomplete work, and conflict resolution. Having an agreement about how to handle these common problems really helps team members understand expectations and treat each other with maturity. Finally, include a section on how to invoke the team charter if a problem occurs. You should refer to the team charter to confront problems in your team early, before they become a big deal. And before you begin each of your 3 major projects this semester, you should review the charter as a team to see if you followed your own procedures and decide together if anything should be updated. So to recap, prior to the first team meeting, read through the sample charter, take notes about what you think should go in each of the sections. Then, at the first team meeting, download the template and together replace the red text with the team's own language, and then each person should sign or initial the charter and store it in a central place that everyone can access. You should feel free to borrow the language in the sample charter, or you can craft your own. We hope that if your team follows its team charter and uses it effectively, you will have one of the most respectful and equitable and least stressful team projects that you have experienced.